What's good, people? It's your boy Don 5D. Now y'all ain't seen me in a minute. I just been out here living life. Been out here, driving this truck, getting this money, man. A lot of sleepless, restless days. A lot of, man. It's been about 2 weeks since I uploaded a video. I was sick last time I uploaded. I'm a little bit better now. I'm a lot bit better. But, this trucking game, man. I went to sleep last night at like 10. Got off at like 8:25. Showered, cooked, ate, went to bed. Man, woke up tired. I ain't even hit the gym. I ain't hit the gym in about a week and a day. I was going all month before that, but sometimes you just get tired, man. You just get tired, and I'm trying to keep pushing through this. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all trying to keep pushing through whatever tiredness y'all got going on, whatever y'all got going on in y'all life. Y'all trying to push through it, shake that tiredness off. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can get done what y'all got to get done. But a quick update for what's been going on here at the company. We had about three drivers leave. Guess they was getting fed up with the pay, fed up with the hours or what. I don't know. The hours / the pay and whatnot, Guess they was getting fed up with that, and I guess they said we gone. They took my truck. Like I told y'all before, I had a 2025 Peterbilt. They took my truck, put me in a 2023 International. Told y'all I hate Internationals, but I kind of grown to love it over time. It didn't grow on me. But they recently decided to order some 2026 Internationals. And, I'm wondering, like, who gets those? Who gets the 2026 International? Well, y'all take my 2025 and put me in a 2023 joint. My truck has 7,000 miles. This one has about 155 at this point. The electric horn don't work in this truck. I just had to get my tires switched out because it was low-key. It was high-key going bald. The tires was high-key going bald. I told dispatch a couple times. Didn't really hear nothing for a minute. Then one day my truck disappeared, came out. It was in the shop. They was switching the tires out. That was on the driver's side. Now the passenger side tires are bald compared to these brand new ones. And one of them looks like the retread they did on it is starting to come off. So I told them about it. They said they was going to get me in the shop in November. It is October 14th. So that's about 15 days. They've been take the truck and swap these tires out and whatnot. They're going to have to fix this electric horn. Because like I say, all I got is an air horn. That dude's a job. But sometimes I don't want to. I just want to hit this. This don't work for nothing. This don't work for nothing, man. But I'm, man, this world is crazy, man. The prices just keep going up, and the pay is what it is. Like, man, I would have thought when I was making this, if I would have made this a few years ago, I would have thought I would have been on. I would have thought I would have been up, man. Like, I'm finally making something that I wanted to make a few years ago, and now I'm making now, and I don't feel like nothing. Like, I'm able to, do what I got to do, pay what I got to pay, and then until I get my last check of the month, and then that's like where I could kind of save. I could save out of like each and every one of my checks, but a couple hundred here and there until I get the final check, then that's like, okay, that's the big check I could really hold on to. But it's just like, man, go to the grocery store, spend $130 on just breakfast items, $150 on breakfast items, not to mention dinner and all. Y'all know if y'all go to the grocery store, y'all see what them prices look like, man. And that's just that. Not to mention car maintenance and just got the crib, got to build the crib up. It's a whole lot, man. Then I got this. I'm chilling. I get a letter in the mail from Discover Card. They like, man, look, if you don't pay this, we're going to send a lawyer after you. And I'm like, damn. All right. Set the payment plan up. Because that's been another one of my things that I wanted to get going, like my credit rejuvenation journey. I've been rejuvenating it for a few years now. Like I tell y'all the story all the time. I lost my IT job in like 2023 and was like searching, thinking I was gonna get another IT job for a whole year. And my cards all closed on me. Couldn't make them payments no more. And that kind of fucked me over. You know, if for those of y'all that was in IT, y'all know about, or just check up on the news, y'all heard about the great IT crash of 2023, 2024. Almost 100,000 people was fired and cut and moved around, switcheroo, you know. Had a whole nine and shit like that, but it was insane. It was insane. I'm about to go move the truck real quick and go get start this process up to go get some gas. I'm finna pause the video and then I'm gonna resume once I get this gas. Alright. We got the gas going on both sides of the tank. Make some good use of my time here before I roll out. I got about a 3-hour drive. Heading out to Peoria. Go to Cat, deliver this load, drop this off, and come back, go to BNSF Wood, drop the empty off, then see wherever they throw me after that. I prefer not to do too many moves on days where I gotta, make these type of drives, But yeah, man. Like I was saying before, it's just, man, this shit is just, like I gotta really wonder to myself, like, why is this what life is like? For those of y'all who graduated high school in 2020, y'all understand where I'm coming from. We went to school our whole life just to get out of school and couldn't graduate. And then, we graduated, but we ain't walk across the stage. We went to school our whole life not to graduate across the stage in high school. And I was always the type of guy to where I was like, the type of school I went to, I didn't find value in it. It wasn't no social value for me. It wasn't none of that. There was a lot of drama, a lot of BS going on, a lot of people trying to be, things they wasn't, trying to be thugs. They weren't thugs. They was raised in nice homes, That was a lot of what was going on in my high school. So I couldn't really, I couldn't fake the funk. I wasn't really messing with that. Switched my schools to a more majority white school my senior year. Night and day difference. People celebrated Spirit Week. When I went there, there wasn't no drama like that. I could focus in, lock in on my grades. Grades was nice. But the value and meaning of school was like severely diminished based off what I experienced at my first high school I went to for 3 years. So I wasn't really too keen on college. And then also by that time, I'm like, why would I want to go to college and I got to go to college online? Like, if I was going to go to college around that time, I wanted to go in person. Now, at this point in my life, yeah, I go to college in person. And, I don't know if I said this before on video as well. That's going to be my goal. Give me a little MacBook or whatever. Start on my classes. I'm doing classes in the truck while I make this money because as things stand right now, I can't like afford to just go to school full time. Some people can because they got families that could, they got like support systems and things like that of the sorts. I'm my support system. Ain't nothing wrong with that. you got to deal with the cards you dealt in his life. And my cards don't allow me to not work a full-time job at this moment and go to college full-time. So that's why I am going to get myself to a point where my bills ain't as high and I got everything paid off. It's a plan to do this. Oh my God. Oh, okay. We still rolling. I got a phone call. I thought that my phone call had a. Okay, I couldn't see that we were still rolling because I got a phone call and I thought it paused. And I'm like, man, why do I gotta get a phone call right now? But I got a plan to, it make perfect sense. The less bills that you got, the more you can free yourself up, and that's why I never had a car payment, even when I could get a car payment. Unfortunately, as events happen, I had to get one. But um, I'm gonna pay that. I'm gonna pay that off. I'm not about to become a slave to the system. I'm the type of, like I say, I like to do my insurance in 6-month increments. I like to do certain things to minimize my monthly spending. So that's gonna be the biggest thing for me: minimize my monthly spending all across the board, so that I could, free myself up, free my budget up a little bit. You hear me? Because it's like I read posts all the time. How do people get out the truck? Because you can easily get stuck in this truck. I mean, like I said, I like trucking. It's a cool job. I ain't got no coworkers. I'm in here by myself. Probably talk to dispatch, but other than that, I'm in here by myself, and I could choose who I want to talk to over the phone. Call one of the homies up, call one of the guys up, and I could talk to them on my own time. I ain't got to deal with no. I don't have to. Hey, how you doing? I don't got to do the fake smiles and do all that. It's even though it's some benefit to that, learning how to play the game. I could do both. You know, and that's my plan. I want to have a foot in into the white collar and a foot in into the blue collar. My whole thing was that I didn't want to waste my time because a white collar, a lot of them type of jobs get outsourced to, overseas, get outsourced to India, Mexico, wherever they could find cheap labor. And, even on blue collar, it's almost the same. They bring immigrants over, illegal immigrants, pay them some extremely low wage and say F you, because they could get away with paying them way lower than they would have to pay you. Um, so it's like all across the board, it's all messed up, but at the same time, you got to do something. I got to take a chance. I can't sit here and be like, man, I don't know about this because this and that's going. I got to just see. I got to take that risk. If something don't pan out, then it don't pan out, and that'll just be what it be. But at least I probably had them skill sets to try it in the future. I don't know, man. Like, I'm always the type of guy, I like to try something that is somewhat guaranteed. Like I said, I'm thinking about either, like, I can do the online college, pick up a degree, do something, see how that turns out for me while I'm spending my time in the truck. I could walk out the truck with something. Then if that don't pan out, I can go pick up my second trade, you know. Primarily, I'm thinking electrician because I heard it's a position in which you can combine your CDL with your electrician knowledge and then operate those two off the hand. Now I got something else that I got in my back pocket that I could work with. I got a homie that do HVAC, and we could probably build something up. Who knows? Who knows? But it'd be like at the same time, I'm not trying to keep clocking all these hours for the man. I ain't trying to, you know. But you got to do something. You can't sit around. Can't sit around. People who sit around and be like, I'm just not gonna work. You a goddamn fool. It's 2025. You got to do something, man. You can't just be sitting around and not working in your parents' crib, chilling all day, playing the game, smoking weed, just doing nothing. Like, I know a lot of people like that. A lot of people with kids, a lot of people with families, a lot of people with nothing holding them back. But they want to sit around and do nothing with themselves. You're a goddamn fool. I'd rather wake up tired every day than be sitting the fuck around not doing nothing with myself in 2025. This ain't the world or economy for you to just be sitting around, lazing around like a goddamn bum. You know? I'd rather sit here in frustration about the money I'm making. At this current moment, like I know for a fact I can make more money in the coming months. I know for a fact. Like, I'm making more money than I did 6 months ago. I'm making more money than I did last year, the year before that, you know? So, it's just growing pains. It's just growing pains, people. But for those of y'all who know people that just sit around and do nothing with themselves, and you trying to help them do something with themselves and they just refuse to do it, man, it's like you talking to a brick wall and they just don't, you know. Let them suffer. Shit. Let them don't help those who refuse to help themselves. If you if you ain't gonna help yourself, I'm not feeding you, I'm not helping you, you know? Cause we get out here and work too hard, spend too much of our time to be helping somebody who don't want to help themselves. All this time we put in, these are sacrifices. These are wars we going to. Every day we get up out our beds to go clock in day after day after day after day after day after day after day, hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. This is a war that we get up here and go fight. So for you to not get up here and go fight this battle that we all fight, majority of the entire world fights, majority of America fights, because you feel as though you're above it, you're not above it. You don't want to get up and grind. That is a real big problem, especially the older you get. That is a real big problem. And how fast these years been going by, you're going to look up and realize that you're 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 33, 34, 35. You ain't done nothing with yourself. You don't even have a real job. You don't have nothing going. It's very extremely easy to fall into that trap. If you got parents who let you, or family that let you sit around and bullshit, that is. Some people don't got a choice, and they got to get out here and go get it. You know, because you don't have nobody else to rely on. But, you know, I'm just venting, man. I wanted to put something out here for y'all, man. You know, just speak my piece, get this off my shoulders, man. I'm going to try and get back into upload mode, man. You know? Feel like I need to talk. I feel like I need to speak my piece. But it's me, your boy Don 5D. I'm about to go hit this road. I'm gonna probably try and buy some camera equipment because I do want to show y'all, you know, the adventures of being a local driver on the road, you know. So, hey, I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna be buying some camera equipment pretty soon, to like tripods and things of that sort, so I can start mounting up cameras and doing what I gotta do. But that's been your boy Don 5D. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next episode. Peace out. 100.